Oregon is now out on the test servers, and we're going to take you through a little tour of the map and see what has changed and what is the same. I'll also be showing you the new bomb sites and how we can play them better and give you guys some advice on how to defend them. For the most part, the outside of the map is pretty much the same, besides maybe the west side of the map, which we will get over to soon. And maybe that this beam that used to be on the big tower is now gone, where you can see through the door and get an angle on the door. But now heading to the west side, we see that it has changed a little bit with the orange side of the map there. Small tower has changed the most out of the entire map. Heading inside, the main entrance is pretty much the same, besides maybe the hatch moving, which is now on the east side, but classroom is basically the same here. Looks pretty much identical, and the roof above it looks like it can be destroyed. And heading to lobby through and to the garage, that is pretty much the same, besides the hatch that has been added from armory room. But that's pretty much the same. But this is when the map changes a little bit, is once you get past meeting hall, and the ladder is gone in meeting hall, and the hatch has moved to the more northern part of the map. And walking through, this is all pretty much the same until you get to the hallway, where instead of it just being right, it is now a option to go left. So this hallway has expanded down to the kitchen and is still the same towards big tower, but it leads to kitchen, and then that is where the bomb is located.
You located a bomb.
Now into dining hall, this is almost the same, besides there being a new doorway on the west side towards small tower, and that the door is now gone on the north side, which used to be a really big choke point, and that's what they tried to do, is get rid of those choke points. And then the small tower looks pretty much the same on the basement, but it has a different second floor and is way wider now, and that leads to this hallway, which where locker rooms used to be is now on the west side. Up to small tower, this is where the map has changed a lot, that and the basement. There is now 2 rooms in the small tower, and the floor being destructible under the small tower into kitchen is one of the main things that they added to this map. And going out to small tower, it is pretty close to the master bedroom now, just a few footsteps away. Hopping up to dorms room, now we go, and this one has changed a lot, as the window is now on the northwest corner instead of the southwest corner of the wall, and the bomb site has changed as well, and overall it's just gotten way wider as a whole, and this window has become absolutely impossible to try to defend. There's just too many angles to watch whenever you try to peek it, so I recommend staying away from that once the map comes out. Kids room though is somewhat similar. The hatch has moved, and there is now another wall that they have to worry about leading to attic, which is also new upstairs. And then there is also a new games room, which is slightly different than what used to be there. Used to be just a few bunk beds there, but the game room, which is right behind the closet and master bedroom, which is now connected through the trophy room. But other than that, the trophy room is pretty wide compared to the old skinny narrow hallway, and the master bedroom looks pretty much the same with the closet. From the outside, the master is absolutely the same as it used to be and is led to the trophy room, which makes it easier for the defenders to stop a push from master bedroom. Used to be way harder in the old Oregon, but now it has changed a lot, and it seems to be way easier to push a different way other than the master bedroom, as the defenders have more places to sit in trophy room, and army room remains the same, minus the new hatch that has been added to look into garage. Skipping over to attic though, that is where a subtle change has occurred, where there's now an entry to the attic, and the window on the side is now a full window where you can vault through and not just a little sliver to see the roof. We're heading to the back tower now. The big tower is what it is called. That is not completely changed here, minus there being a green beam, which you can end up actually vaulting on if you go up top and vault over. That is my best advice to you if you're trying to hold big tower. You can really catch them off guard, at least for the first few weeks of this launch until everyone catches on. But now heading downstairs, there has been a lot of change down here, probably the most change out of the whole map, as they try to make the bomb site less OP. And that starts with this little nook in the boiler room and construction changing, and there being more reinforced walls. But construction is now more wide. It's not just a little hallway, but it still looks the same outside. We're going inside.
You have entered an enemy controlled area. Leave now. You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
To the bunker room. That is where it changed. There's a left and a right, and it has two ways that you could push with reinforced walls. Other than that though, electric room, supply room, and the laundry room all look pretty much the same. The main thing added here is that the hallway is just bigger, and there's this big brick pole that you can use for cover and such. But yeah, everything else is the same. Supply room is the same. Supply closet is the same as well. Freezer stairs leads up to where the kitchen is now, so there's a new staircase going downstairs. Now there are 3 stairs total going downstairs, so it just makes it way harder for the defenders to try and stop a push from and against the freezer area and downstairs in total. So maybe the downstairs objective will not be as powerful as it once was. Laundry room though is now 2 rooms instead of 1 in the laundry room. Bomb is actually in this room, while the other room has the hatch now, and you can't jump onto the little laundry machine to get a plant off. You actually have to enter the northern part of the laundry room and not just in the storage. So no longer can anyone plant on the little laundry machine there, and instead we'll have to push in more north, and it'll become harder to get an easy plant off. And those stairs remain the same, minus the little platform. The new objectives are laundry room, supply room, meeting hall, kitchen and dining, kids dorms, and normal dorms. And the main thing that is crazy about this is kitchen is in 2 of the objectives, which isn't seen very often in Rainbow Six. heading into the upstairs site here. We have kids dorms and normal dorms, which the bomb B has a pretty good line of sight. I can see a lot of anchors just sitting on the bomb really, except if the floor is breachable under it, but the rug is there to protect it. So that could be a very dominant spot into A site, and watching the white stairs, which is still there on the south end. The A bomb though has a little bit more protection now that the window is not the entire thing. It is now on the northwest corner instead of the southwest corner there, and that is big for that bomb site. For site 2, we are in meeting and kitchen, which is probably the best thing they could do for this game instead of having anything in the back tower. I can see a lot going on with this kitchen and meeting hall for the Pro League. It's likely that everyone will be opening up the walls in between and reinforcing the left one to protect from main hall pushes, but I would like to see, or I'm guessing we're going to see rotations here and a lot of upstairs presence, with the attic being the main thing up there. But B site, there's going to be a lot of reinforcements. You're going to have to reinforce the entire new room there in the little electrical room that is now on the south side of the kitchen instead of the restrooms that used to be there. And then of course we have to guard the dining hall, so that won't be the easiest site to defend in the world. And another kitchen site here is kitchen and dining, which was already a thing, but dining hall has changed drastically with how many entrances there are, plus the amount of reinforcements that are going to be needed on the kitchen walls, and the dining hall walls will be so much. I don't know if this will be a very good bomb site to protect, but we'll see whenever the meta comes out. One thing I do see possibly happening is castle plays on the security wall here and opening up the room a little bit to add more anchor points and security room. Obviously it takes more of an advanced team to do stuff like that. And in dining hall here, there is a lot of walls to reinforce. There is at least 4 just in here that lead to small tower, which is where everyone's going to be trying to push, including above, which we noticed earlier that the roof is now destructible above part of the dining hall. So I'm guessing it's going to be a battle for top control in small tower. Small tower is going to become a harder place to defend for sure, but if you're able to do it, it's going to be hard to win this site unless if you're able to somehow push past the guy sitting top tower. For the final site, which is the basement, which has become a weaker site, I'm still thinking people are going to go here just out of habit, but there are so many walls to reinforce here, including the electrical room into construction. Now there is 4 total barricades that are going to be needed over there, and then 2 more during the freezer, and of course the hatches. So everyone's going to have to use their reinforcements for this site to work, and someone's going to have to be able to watch freezer. I still see the same meta being used though, with the rotation hole between B and A in the corner here, except this now it won't be destroyed whenever people create or open up the hatches. The electrical room though, those have a lot of reinforcements. The freezer has a lot of reinforcements there with 2, and the freezer hatch is also important here, and it's going to be the main choke point in this entire map, which might actually end up creating a good mirror. So that is the new organ. You guys have anything else that I didn't include here as new ways to defend the objective, let me know. And with that, I will see you in the next one.